Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan medal video. In this video we are going to take a look at the Extreme Z area for the Blazing Love and Burning Justice Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 Friend Summon LR. So obviously these guys are pretty cool. They get a really good EZA actually, but the main thing about this EZA is that you have to use units that have been Extreme Z awakened from the Hero Extermination Plan Extreme Z area. So obviously that is something that you have to do as prep work. I did a video explaining the prep work and I'll place it in the description down below. But essentially this Extreme Z area here only has one stage, and you only simply need to farm the medals from this singular stage. You need 45 medals in total, so that is something that you do need to be aware of. But their Extreme Z Awakening looks like it's really well worth it. They become a super type, allies Ki +3 and HP attack and defense of 130% when it includes all 5 super types. Then in terms of their passive, they become very interesting actually, with an attack and defense borderline base of 70%. They also have superclass allies Ki +4 and defense of 50%, which was there before. They gain an additional 50% attack and launch an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when they are facing extreme class enemies. They also lower extreme class enemies attack and defense, which is pretty interesting. So they get quite a substantial improvement. They benefit a lot from their links. They have a powerful link set when linked with Defenders of Justice, so they're a cool card and we're going to get a good look at them in a review video later on. But yes, you will need to take on the Extreme Z area. Of course, in terms of team building, you're going to be given this friend lead Gohan, the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Interestingly enough, in terms of the team build, it's pretty straightforward. Just avoid having any int type units for the most part, and the rest is pretty straightforward. Your best bet's going to be using a 60% all type lead. One of the 60% all type leads in the form of Majin Buu, probably Majub is one, the Super Saiyan Gohan is another. I'm using Vegeta because I'm focusing on only using strength, physical and tech units, and Vegeta is a 80% lead, which makes it slightly easier. As I said, you will need to farm 45 medals in total, and you get between 4 to 5 medals per run, with a chance at question marks, which will increase your run from about 4 to 5 to about 7 to 10, which is pretty cool obviously overall. You can stun them, seal them, attack lower them, defense down them, so the fight itself is relatively straightforward. There's not anything too complex in regards to their fights or anything like that. You just simply need to make sure that you don't have any int units. If you are using int units, try and push them off of rotation, as that's going to be your best bet. And obviously try and focus on having strength units. These strength units from the Hero Extermination event comprise Super Saiyan Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, Majub, and there's also a Super Saiyan Goku, I believe. But yeah, so there's a couple of strength selections that you can use. Of course, you can also include Hachiak, you can include Whis. Neither of them will be too exceptional, you know, just because of, you know, the fact that they're not facing Pure Saiyans or anything. So yeah, definitely not something too concerning. But overall, the EZA area stage is not that hard. It's genuinely quite straightforward, and yeah, it's for the most part really easy. The only unit you really have to worry about is any int types, and that's Super Saiyan Gohan. He doesn't have as much defense as the other units before he supers, and he doesn't have any stats invested into him as he's the friend lead. So that's realistically about it. Everything else from this point onwards is pretty straightforward, and the event itself is pretty easy. If we just go down, you can see we'll complete the stage, get our stone, and then there are a couple missions that we do need to be aware of. Obviously, you need the 45 medals to awaken the unit. You do get some bonus stones for awakening them. You get a couple stones from this, So you can see there, perform step 1, perform the second step, and perform the third step. And you will also receive a Elder Kai for that as well, which is something pretty cool. And then of course, there are a couple more missions that we'll take a look at once we have farmed all of the medals. So we'll just quickly skip ahead, obviously, to when I farmed all of the medals, and then we will go take a look at what they look like after easying, and then we will just look at the final missions. So we're going to awaken them for the final time. You will need to make sure that you have 5 extra Kais available to get them to level 25 if you currently have them at level 20. So you're going to need to make sure that you do that. The last thing that upgrades will be their passive, and then that's pretty much it. You have them well and done. So it's not too difficult. You would have just needed to do some of the prep work and make sure you have everything ready. It took quite a bit of stamina. It took about 200 stamina in total, which was about 8 runs, which wasn't so bad. It meant I got a couple bonus medals, a couple 5 attempts, and you can see that their passive has changed and they have been upgraded. Remember, if you want to get their SA to level 20, you will need to get a second copy like I have here. You will need to awaken this copy to its LR state so that you can feed it into the original unit and get their SA to rank 20. You can then use Kais to get them to rank 25, or you can do a third unit to SA 5, but I'm going to be using Kais because I am lazy. There are some bonus missions as part of the campaign that you will be able to utilize as well for some extra stones. So if we go down to the bonus, or we go to the mission section, you'll see there's the Extreme Z area, but there's also the Extreme Z campaign. So the Extreme Z area is dependent only on awakening, whereas the Extreme Z campaign is for awakening. You get 15 stones, plus once you get them to level SA 25, you also get some Kais back. So that is something really cool, obviously, from that perspective. So you're going to want to try and make sure you get that Extreme Z challenge done before it expires, because those are some nice extra rewards that you can use to summon heroes units or just save them up if you want to. So overall, a pretty cool little bonus. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, leave a comment or a like if you did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay safe, take care, and bye.